It's a great pleasure for me to address you today at this joint press briefing with the United Nations Secretary General, His Excellency Mr. Antonio Guterres. His Ramadan solidarity visit from 13 to 16 March 2025 comes with the 50th anniversary of Bangladesh's membership in the United Nations. This marks a historic moment for both Bangladesh and the United Nations, as the Secretary General himself is witnessing the formative stage of a new Bangladesh, following the supreme sacrifice of the July-August mass uprising that aspired for a just, democratic, and inclusive society. The Ramadan solidarity visit is a tradition that Secretary General Guterres himself initiated, and in his language, to remind the true face of Islam. During the trying times, the Secretary General always stood up and expressed solidarity with the true endeavors for discrimination-free, peaceful, democratic society. And so, this visit is significantly meaningful for the government and for the future Bangladesh. He also expressed his full solidarity with the Rohingya people and vowed to work for their repatriation to Myanmar with dignity, security, and rights. During this visit, the Secretary General and his high delegation, that includes, among others, Under-Secretary General Ms. Rabah Fatima, met the Honorable Chief Advisor, visited Cox's Bazar Rohingya camps, met the Rohingya children and youth, witnessed how they get equipped with portable skills and learning opportunities for a dignified return to their homeland, and had an extraordinarily historical solidarity iftar with more than 100,000 Rohingya people, along with the Honorable Chief Advisor. To understand the people's aspirations of the future Bangladesh, the Secretary General graced 3 meetings with youth, civil societies, as well as with members of the reform commissions, whose contribution are paving the way for July Charter, the blueprint for country's democratic transition, and draw a political, judicial, electoral, administrative, anti-corruption, and police reforms. During this visit, the Secretary General learned how desperately the Rohingyas want to return to their motherland, uphold their identity, enjoy their rights in the land they will own, and live a life they consider dignified. They are loud and clear that they see a dignified life in their forefathers' land, Rakhine, not in the neighboring country's shelter, the Cox's Bazar camp. They said, even an insect has its own home, but we don't have. Thus, they defined voluntariness and dignity for themselves. The Secretary General, with his gracious presence at Rohingya camp, expressed solidarity to the cravings of the Rohingyas. He spoke aloud to draw the urgent attention of the international community, to extend all-out support to stand by the Rohingyas, to keep spotlight on them, the most discriminated people of the world. He also assured to provide his support to the successful holding of the UN Conference on Rohingya in September 2025. The Secretary General also learned what legacy the interim government was left with when they took charge. He appreciated the complexities of the reform process for a free and fair election and a real transformation of the country. He promised the UN's total commitment to the reform process under the leadership of Honorable Chief Advisor, and said he will do whatever he can to support the endeavors of the interim government and stand by Bangladesh and its people. The SG also expressed concern with the disinformation targeted against Bangladesh. His visit would more than counterweigh the misinformation and disinformation campaign and the attempts to destabilize Bangladesh. His assurance of support would help us in our successful reform process and our transition to democracy, in line with the common aspirations of the people of Bangladesh.